Scheduled to start inside row number 1, the D38 of Michael Toll. To his outside, the 16W of Bryce Walker. Inside row number 2, the 15 of Tyler Diekey. To his outside, his dad, the 36 Dana Diekey. Inside row number 3, the 14 Braden Latour. To his outside, the 23 of Steve Swarthout. Row number 4, 18 Dion Kovar. To his outside, Tyler Nehru starting shotgun on the field is the 70 of Ray Harrington as Caden Murray throws the green flag. And they thunder into corner number 1. Bryce Walker going to have the early advantage in the 16W, but he's getting a challenge to the outside by the 36 machine of Dana Diekey. Tyler Nehru following in Diekey's footsteps as Diekey goes for the lead off of corner number 4, taking Tyler Nehru along with him. Nehru's going to battle on the bottom side. Diekey's got the advantage over on the high line. Michael Toll holding on to that third and I believe final transfer spot 5 heat races in your Avid Realty Sport Modified as Steve Swarthout begins to mount a charge. Being told by race officials, the 16W of Bryce Walker flat left rear. That's going to impact the handling on that machine for sure as Dana Diekey hangs on to that lead. Tyler Nehru in second as Steve Swarthout has closed in and taken the third place spot away. But look out, Dion Kovar is on the charge, gets around Michael Toll and setting his sights on the 23 of Swarthout off of corner number 4. Dana Diekey hanging on to that lead, but the 5T of Tyler Nehru is mounting a challenge off of corner number 4 and down the straightaway. Not quite enough for him that time, but we have a battle for the lead shaping up on our hands.
Slow one on the back, James.
Here comes your battle for the lead, shaping up off of corner number 4. Diekey's going to hang on to it, but Nehru is right there wanting it. Currently top 4, Diekey, Nehru, Swarthout, and Dion Kovar. Here he comes off of corner number 4. You've got the crossover move, not quite enough to get it done as Caden Murray throws the checkered flag on that one. Dana Diekey picking up the win. Tyler Nehru in second. And Steve Swarthout winding out your transfer cards.
Picked up the win the opening night of the season, the 7V of Adam Verbka. Crystal Carmen in the 31K. Shotgun on the field. Looks like Crystal not making the call here in the heat race. So we'll start 8 cars. Top 4 go on to the big show tonight. Working through 1 and 2. How about it? We're going to go 4 wide Eagle Raceway. 4 wide for the lead. We'll go 3 wide. Sean Hine is going to jump out to the early lead. Flock in second. Pospisil on the bottom side through 1 and 2. Oh, Pospisil pushed it in too strong. Adam Verbka on the move. The 7V from 8th up to 2nd, not wasting any time. Trevor Noonan making his way through the pack as well. Those 2 cars started inside the 4th row, and they are now bidding for transfer spots. It's Hine, Verbka, Flock, and Noonan. Noonan drifts up, maybe a little bit of contact. He does. Right rear quarter panel damage on the Noonan Industries number 66 machine. Meanwhile, Verbka to the inside of Sean Hine. Hine, a former Sport Compact driver the last few years in a Sport Mod as well, trying to hold off Adam Verbka. Verbka looks to the inside of 1 and 2. Hine up top, a little bit too strong in that 5X machine. Hine, Verbka, Noonan, Noah Williams moving up. Noah Williams into the 27W up to 4th, Flock back to 5th. Then it's Hines, Pospisil, and Latour. But up front, still battling with now 2 to go at the flag stand this time by Hine. Pushes up. Here comes Verbka once again. What a battle for the lead. Each one of these races, the bid for the lead has been a good one. They'll come to the white flag. Verbka tries it one more time, but Hines has been too strong so far. You've got a new leader with 1 to go. Verbka with a slide job going through 1 and 2. Hines pushes up. He drifts up a lot and loses a lot of that speed. And through 3 and 4, stealing it in the final lap, Adam Verbka is going to win it. Trevor Newton's going to steal second from Hine. Hine back to third, and Noah Williams will round out your top 4. So picking up the heat race win, give it up for your current points leader, Adam Verbka.
Hey guys, I got to jump in here for just a quick second. There is a blue Ford Ranger in the parking lot. It's an Iowa plate.
Starting inside row number 2, a rookie driver in the Sport Modified division, Drake Bullmeyer, Steve Divot in the 11X. Starting inside row number 3, the 0, Michael Sherwood is outside the 6A, Adam Armstrong, Joe Fay and Scott Bivens make up row number 4, and starting shotgun on the field, Mike Leonard in the 82 as Caden Murray drops the green flag in hand, and they thunder off into corner 1. Shinest is going to have the early advantage. Riffle liking that outside line as they drag race down the back straightaway. How about 4 wide into corner 3 for 2nd through 5th? Give the first lap to Bo Riffle. Riffle's going to hang on to that advantage down the back straightaway as Shinest is being challenged by Divot, rolling into corner number 3 on the high line there. 3 wide once again. Great wide racing early in the heat races this evening. Shinest hanging on for dear life on the low side. Steve Divot's gonna hold the spot as they roll into corner 3 as the battles just continue to mount here. Look at Steve Divot making a charge for the lead, and he's got it over Bo Riffle. Mike Shinest making a challenge back for the 2nd spot going into turn number 3, throwing haymakers all over the racetrack from front to back. Steve Divot leads it. Mike Shinest 2nd, Bo Riffle in 3rd, and Adam Armstrong making the move from 7th up to 3rd. Adam Armstrong hard charging in the 6A machine as Steve Divot is checked out on the field. Drake Bullmeyer hanging on to that 4th and final transfer spot. He's got some heat coming to the inside from Joe Fayen. Adam Armstrong gets that 2nd spot away from Shinest. Drake Bullmeyer hanging on to that transfer spot for now as Caden Murray's got the white flag in hand. 1 to go for Steve Divot. Adam Armstrong, Mike Shinest, and as your battle heats up for that 4th and final transfer spot, Fayen's gonna try it on the bottom side. Drake Bullmeyer holds the advantage. He's looking for more going into 3 as Steve Divot picks up the checkered flag on Avid Realty Sport Modified Heat Race number 3. Adam Armstrong bringing it home in the 2nd spot. Mike Shinest hanging on to 3rd, and at the line, 25X, Joe Fayen picking up that 4th and final transfer spot.
Row 4, the 96, that's Gary Sadoff is outside the 68 plus 1, that's Blaine Peterson. Lauren Cook in the 7X will round out your order. So it'll be Jensen and Cook set to bring us to the green. Good start to this one for Amber Cook. She's going to jump out to a half a straightaway lead already, and there is a Hornet's Nest battling from 2nd on back. But Tommy Etherton up to 2nd in that 24T. Started 6th, up to 2nd in 1 lap. Robert Draper in 3rd, but he's got Gary Sadoff to his inside. Jacob Swanson in the 31S into the mix. 3 cars battling for those final transfer spots. Up front, the top 2 have pulled away for the rest of the field, but Swanson will make the pass on Draper. Crossover move of the 62 back to the inside will complete the pass back. Here comes McIntyre the inside, 3 wide as they go off of turn 2. A little bit of rubbins racing between Swanson and Draper. Gary Sadoff solidly into that 3rd spot in that 96, but how about Matt McIntyre? Moves up into the 4th spot. Now McAtee pushes up to the guardrail. He's going to lose 2 positions. Swanson and Draper gets around him. Here comes McAtee right back to the inside. Meanwhile, your race for the lead going into 1. Here comes Tommy Etherton to the inside of Amber Cook. The 2014 Catfish to the bottom side, and you've got a new leader going into 3. We'll come to 3 to go, this time by Tommy Etherton, your new leader. Amber Cook, Gary Sadoff, Jacob Swanson, Matt McAtee, Robert Draper, the 68+1 of Blaine Peterson, the 52 of Justin Jensen, and the 7X of Lauren Cook. Looks like Cook may go down a lap as we come to 2 to go, this time by. Etherton goes to the high line of 1 and 2. Cook right there as well. Track's starting to slick up a little bit. Moisture still on the top side of the speedway, but the bottom coming maybe a little bit tricky, but Etherton will still use the bottom to his liking. And now Cook has company. Here comes Sadoff with 1 to go. Tell you what, if your last name's Sadoff and you got a 96 on the side, you are fast so far this year at Eagle Raceway, and Gary no exception. As they go through 3 of 4, one final time, it'll be Tommy Etherton picking up the win. Amber Cook second, Gary Sadoff third, and Jacob Swanson will round out your top 4 cars. So picking up the heat race win, started 6th, picks it up. The 2014, give it up for Tommy Etherton.
And the 5S of Roger Sluka to his outside. Caden Murray's got that green flag in hand as they make their way down the back straightaway. Through 3 and 4, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to hear these sport mods roar. Charging into corner 1. Give Nick Snyder the advantage. Holy cow. Look at Jacob Slough making a charge from 5th to 1st. Nick Snyder hanging on to the 2nd spot. Derek Hall with a strong charge off of corner number 2 to pick up that 2nd spot. Matt Andrews making his way from the back row, picking up the 3rd spot. Some really hard chargers coming out of the back of this heat race and really slicing, dicing, and making it interesting. Jacob Slough holds the lead. Derek Hall in 2nd. Matt Andrews riding 3rd. Nick Snyder hanging on for dear life in that 4th and final transfer spot as Ryan Arbogast tries to mount a challenge on the bottom side, coming off of turn 2 and down the back straightaway. Through 3 and 4, Nick Snyder continues to hold the advantage for that 4th and final transfer spot. Arbogast wants it pretty bad as your top 3.
Caution, caution, caution on the track.
I think that's Morris stuck on the back straightaway there.
Matt Andrews on the charge. He's got the fastest lap times that are turning right now.
Yeah, I know, talking with him in the past, he loves coming to these 2 tracks just because simply you don't have to go clear across the state to do it. He's about 20 minutes from each one, and we're about 20 seconds from the green flag. Ooh, let's see if this one sticks. Maybe a bit of a jumper. Jacob Slough hangs on to the lead. Derek Hall mounts a challenge on the top side in that 44D machine. Ooh, Slough with the crossover. Derek Hall's going to look to the low side. Eagle Raceway, you got a new leader down the front straightaway. Last week's feature winner, Derek Hall. Matt Andrews mounting a challenge, sizing him up, trying to take that 2nd spot away. Look at this slider! Derek Hall's going to hang on to it, but Jacob Slough really tried to put her to the wood on that one. Matt Andrews is going to mount the challenge to the low side off of corner 2 down the back straightaway. Who's going to have the advantage going into corner number 3? The low line Matt Andrews has her looking pretty good. He's going to shut the door on Jacob Slough as Ryan Arbogast has gotten around Nick Snyder. Nick Snyder dropping it off the track just a bit. Going to give that 4th and final transfer spot to Ryan Arbogast, but Ryan's looking for more on the low side of Slough as they come through the dust off of corner number 4. Jacob Slough's going to hang on to it one more lap. Oh! Derek Hall hitting the spin cycle over there in 1 and 2. That's a tough way to end your heat race. Derek Hall picking up the heat race win, maybe getting a little excited on the binders through 1 and 2.